Hey there, it's Mari, and today in this video I'm going to talk to you about fluency. What is fluency? Some people think that in order to be fluent in English, they don't have to make mistakes. They think mistakes are bad, and if they do make one or two mistakes, then they're not fluent. I want you to know that it doesn't matter how many mistakes you make. Mistakes have nothing to do with fluency. You can be fluent even if you make mistakes. The important thing about fluency is progress and confidence. You're fluent if you can speak in a way that other people can understand you. So if you can make yourself understood, as long as other people can understand you, then you can be fluent. You can be a fluent English speaker. You gotta be confident. You gotta trust yourself and not be afraid of making mistakes. Some people have this fear of mistakes because it's something that started in school, and they still have it because in school they give you a grade, right? And if you make a mistake, then they lower your grade. The more mistakes you make, and the lowest grade you're gonna get. This is I don't really like this method because it basically punishes you if you make mistakes instead of rewarding you for the progress you make. Mistakes are just okay, they happen. When you were a child and you were learning your native language, you were not afraid of making mistakes. You were not. You learned to speak fluently even before you went to school. And you didn't care about making mistakes or not. That's how you learned your native language. So even if you do make mistakes in English, I want you to know that it's not that important. You're no longer in school. You're a professional today, and no one's gonna judge you for that. I'm not gonna judge you for that because I want to help you become fluent. And in order for you to become fluent, you gotta practice your English. You gotta speak. You gotta do things in English. So I'm not gonna judge you, and no one in this community is gonna judge anyone else. So here you can find the support you want from me and from all the other amazing members that are part of this group, of this community. And my advice for you is keep going. Look for progress and not perfection. Try to do a little bit. Try just to do a little something in English every day. Something simple like reading a blog or an article or listen to a podcast. There are so many amazing podcasts out there on different topics. If there's a topic you're interested in, there's a podcast on that. If you like, for example, politics, there's podcasts about politics, about health, nutrition, fitness, photography, if you like photography, or you name it. Whatever interest you may have, there's a podcast for that. You just need to Google that. There's a lot of resources out there, like Stitcher, for example, or iTunes. You can download podcasts and listen to them. The good thing about podcasts is that you can listen to a podcast while doing something else. So if you say, but Mari, I'm busy, I don't have time, well, that's probably an excuse. Because you can listen to a podcast while doing something else like cooking, doing some gardening, playing with your kids. So you can listen to it in the background, but still that's gonna help you. There's other things you can do, other resources you can use. For example, you can watch your favorite TV series in English. And that's something that can help you as well. The important thing is that you pick something you like, something you're interested in, and then practice in that way. And something else you can do is, being part of this community, you can practice with the other members. You can get in touch with them. You can ask me questions, and I'm happy to answer your questions and help you. So there's different things you can do to practice your English on a daily basis. And it doesn't have to be for hours and hours. You don't have to spend hours practicing. Just 10 minutes a day, but just be consistent. Do that every day. You know, I had a student once, this client of mine. He was from China, and he struggled with speaking. He didn't have a lot of chances to speak because he didn't want to find those chances. So one day he decided, I want to become more fluent. I need to practice more speaking. I'm gonna do that. So he asked for help. He had his wife hold him accountable, and he told her, so I'm gonna practice English. I'm gonna practice spoken English every day. So I'm gonna speak English every single day for like 5-10 minutes a day. I'm gonna find something every day that helps me practice my speaking. So here's what it did. He said to her, if I don't do that, then I'll be cooking every single meal as, you know, a sort of punishment. So I want to do this thing, but if I don't do that, then that's my bad. I'm gonna cook every single meal. And since he didn't want to cook, obviously that helped him. And he practiced speaking every single day for 1 month, for 30 days. That was his challenge. So he had his wife help him. She held him accountable, and she supported him. So this means that if you have family members, they can help you. Let them know what your goal is and just try to reach that goal together, like the student of mine did. After 30 days, after this challenge, he felt more fluent because guess what? What happened was he became more confident. So, you know, oftentimes it's not just about fluency. It's about, you know, the lack of confidence. You don't feel confident, but if you don't speak, if you don't practice, you're never gonna feel confident. So you need to practice. You need to speak without any worry or anxiety or fear of making mistakes. Mistakes are okay. So I want you to know from today on, it's okay if you make mistakes. The important thing is to practice without being afraid. Only practice can help you, you know, make progress and become more and more confident. And confidence is a huge part, and it plays a huge role in being fluent. So try to do a little something in English every day to practice, to become a better English speaker, because only in this way you can become more confident. And now I want to know from you, what are the things that you struggle the most with English? How can I help you? How can the other members of this community help you? So let's stay in touch. Post in the comments below. Let me know what your challenges are so that I and the other members of this community can help you, keep you accountable, and help you reach your goal, speaking English fluently and with confidence. So that's all we got for today, but I'll be back with other videos and other posts very, very soon. So stay tuned and take care.